Hey YouTube. Today I just want to bring you a little bit of a commentary about what we can expect for Lifeline in season 9. So a lot of people are thinking she's really getting a nerf, and she is to resing, but overall I think she's going to be just as good with the buffs she's also receiving. So if we look at, what, is going to happen, she's going to lose the res shield, but she's going to gain faster healing with her drone. I think it's like 60% faster or something of that nature. I could be wrong. Her care package is going to be much better when when it drops. You're going to be able to get like better attachments. So each time you call it in, it's going to upgrade like your current attachments. You also will still get hills, I believe. But to me, that's, actually much better. And I'm one of the few people, I guess, that, never thought she needed a buff. I thought where she was in season 1, well, I guess season 0 through, I think she got her rework halfway through season 5. I personally liked the fast healing. I have won, much more gunfights, with her fast heal than I think I have, being able to res my teammates. And a lot of people are like, well, why is she getting this rework? And she's getting it just because I feel like it's a little cheap, her res shield, because it doesn't take any damage whatsoever. Now, if there was bleed through damage, then I'd say keep it. Because if you could still damage people slightly through there, I think it's not as OP. Because if your lifeline has a gold backpack, then she could easily just get her entire team up, within like 10 seconds. And then, it could become like a 3v1 or, 3v2. It just puts teams at disadvantages. And I understand, that's your fault for not running her yourself on a team, but it's just a play style. I think, a lot of the community members just weren't behind, and I'm honestly surprised that they hadn't reworked it for, the 3 seasons and still kept it, because I feel like there was a lot of complaints about it, throughout, but, at least they're changing it now. I don't know if her res is going to be as fast. Well, I guess it's probably going to be the same amount of time. I don't know if I'm not sure if you're going to start getting health back with the res, because I don't know if that's just the way they're going to rework it. Because, Lifeline can still fight, right? So that's probably the biggest thing, is that she can still revive her teammate and then still fight. But now, I feel like you're going to be helpless, when you're getting, you already are, but since you don't have that res shield anymore, you're going to be pretty helpless. And you're probably going to get thirsted a lot, which may lead to them reworking her again, because I know we're probably going to see more complaints about, her not having that res shield. As you can see me using it right here. And I'm actually going to be using it a lot here in this gameplay, more so than, the other ones. But, it's just kind of like Revenant and Octane. It's just these certain play styles that are kind of infecting Apex in terms of, just annoying legends, I guess I should say. Because constantly in ranked, you're just getting rev pushed. And I feel like, between her and Revenant, they were the most, I guess their utility, is the most annoying in terms of, what they can, like, how their play styles affect the game. Because Revenant, using his totem, a team gets an extra 100 health basically, and even though that they do have the payoff of losing 50 health once they go back to their totem, that's the risk you take. But teams with his buff, being able to push from anywhere, can confidently push you and not worry about going down. Kind of the same with a Lifeline, where, her teammates go down, but, she's got gold bags. She can res them right in the middle of the fight with that shield. It just, didn't make gameplay fun, I guess I should say. But, she's still going to be incredibly strong, because now, from what I understand, they're removing low profile in Season 9, so her Wraith Watson. Never understood why Watson had it. I mean, she's not super tiny, but anyway, these smaller hitbox characters may become. I know Wraith got her hitbox adjustment, but with Lifeline getting one as well in a way with the removal of low profile, they're not going to take this extra damage. So these smaller characters are definitely going to be much harder to hit. And I honestly don't feel like Lifeline is getting nerfed. I think, she's staying where she was at and maybe even being better. Not on the rezzing side, obviously, but, just her overall utility is just going to be very strong. And with, Octane's buff, I think somebody had said, 25% of the player pool plays him, or, that's the majority of the characters in the 3-man squad. At least one of them has an Octane. I think in Season 9, we are definitely going to see a lot more Lifelines just because her care package is, it's getting buffed. There's, often times where the ground loot, isn't the best, and I find myself not being able to, get kitted up to where I'd like. And now with her package being able to do that, I don't know if it's just for her weapon sets, or if it will continue to stack based off of your team's weapons as well. I don't know if the algorithm can detect that, but I mean, just everybody is going to be able to get gold mags possibly. I don't know if the cooldown rate's going to be the same or if it may be longer, just because of the added better loot in there. And I don't know, because I'm not positive if there's going to be shields in there now. I don't know if they're going to say, you got a white shield, we're going to drop you blue, because usually it was only purples in there. So I don't know if that's going to work that way. I'm sure there's somebody out there that knows much more than I do, but I mean, I'm looking forward to Season 9. I'm looking forward to the changes. I mean, I'm most, looking forward to not having to deal with the res shield, because honestly, it just made it hard to push, certain teams, depending if they were on behind a door or head glitch. I mean, it's just so easy to get players up, and, not having to deal with that, can make the game feel better. I know, Lifeline mains are well, it's kind of an unfair nerf to us, who I'm sure we're just running her for the fact that they could do that. And I understand, maybe there's some resentment, considering, you could be playing with not the best players, and if they keep constantly going down, that, you want to get them back into the fight. And now it's just going to be a little bit harder, since they're not necessarily protected, and that the only way you're going to be able to protect them really is by trying to fight off the enemies yourself, because that shield just gave you the confidence that you could possibly just win that fight without having to worry. And it's being taken away, I guess. But I mean, I think her utility's just really good in this update. And I don't know, because as much as I hated the shield, it's kind of bittersweet, because I also abused the shield. It's just because there's times where I'm playing with people that probably haven't played the game for a while, or the randoms I'm getting matched with, like I said before, are constantly going down, and it just it makes the game better for them, knowing that they have that assurance that, with me being able to res them, that we could possibly win the fight, they can get back into it, and we're not going to die instantly. But, I think it was a needed change, and hopefully it's for the better. We'll see. I will talk about the Horizon nerf that will be coming too. I just will want to get some gameplay probably with her as soon as the nerf comes. I understand Horizon is super OP, but it doesn't need a nerf, I guess, as well. But yeah, hope you liked the video.